The atmosphere here is fantastic. It's a packed house. Everyone's looking forward to this match. They love the fact it's two big names in Filipino pool who are playing against each other, but they're going to be sad because only one man can go to the quarterfinals. Let's start first with you, Francisco Django. Now, at the start earlier, a few hours ago, I saw both of you practicing against each other, and you're very familiar with each other's game. Tell me, what do you think Alex's strategy against you is going to be today?
Well, his strategy, I don't know, but I think he's playing more concentration to beat me because I'm the same thing too. So we can both maybe play well,
Okay, we look forward to seeing them play very well. Alex, what do you think Django's going to do to beat you?
I think he had somebody earlier to beat me up, but no, I don't know because us players, we keep our secret, so I don't know how's he gonna play tonight, so we'll see.
Okay, well, I know you guys aren't going to give away your strategy. New suit, nice suit, by the way. Anything you want to say to Django before the match starts?
Well, I can say good luck, my brother.
And you, Django?
Okay, good luck, my little brother.
Oh, so much love between them, yes.
By the way, after this match, after this, I think we're gonna have to go to the parking lot in case he beats me.
Yeah, you need to get your bodyguards to help you out. All right, it's gonna be a great match. Back to you.
Francisko Bustamante versus Alex Pagulayan on table 1. Let's join IMC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action at the 2007 Philippines World Pool Championships. Presented by San Miguel and Padcor, promoted by Matchroom Sport and Real Sports, and sanctioned by the WPA. A very warm welcome to a packed house, to our viewers joining us live on ESPN and Sky Sports. It's a race to 11. The winner breaks. The referee in charge of the action is Alan Suleiman of the Philippines. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with more than pride at stake, it's time to meet our players, both from the Philippines. Firstly, would you please welcome, it's Django Francisko Bustamante! And now, ladies and gentlemen, the former world champion, the Lion, Alex Pagulayan!
A sterner test indeed. Two good friends about to go at it.
Alex lagging off from quite near the short rail.
That is odd.
That's interesting.
Isn't doing much good. Bustamante has frozen the cue ball to the rail, so he wins the lag and he gets the break off. And I'm going to be very curious to see the form of break shot that these gentlemen use today. What's been working on this table is a soft break.
Yeah, conditions have changed quite a bit today, haven't they, Jerry?
They have. It's been raining outside, so the table has some moisture in it. They'll be needing to make some adjustments as the match goes on, and there's that soft break. Bustamante's been watching all week.
He likes this.
Yeah, if he hadn't run into that 5-ball, the 1 ball would have parked right by the side pocket and he would have been blocked, but he got kicked clear.
Just taking the long shot on the 2. Django looks very relaxed off the bat.
He does, and of course we've watched his matches all this week, and he has really been the sharpest stick in the room. No problems. The 4-ball is next to the 8, but that doesn't present a problem at all.
I was talking to Charlie Williams the other day, the American player, and he said that Django seems to have a gear that the other top Filipino pros don't have.
Well, he certainly does this week. He's actually been rather disappointed in his performance of recent years. He, back in the late 90s that he won the Camel Tour Championship? Or
1998.
1998. He was Player of the Year that year, and people just couldn't touch him. But since then, he's been a little bit below that level.
Yeah, he did win a tournament big tournament this year in the States. Knocked out Archer in the final. And he has just breezed through this rack, Jerry.
Yeah, his stroke looks just as comfortable as you would imagine it ever could be. And what a stroke he's got. Bustamante getting the job done. Takes the lag through to the 9 ball. And leads our race to 11 now over Alex Pagulayan. 1-0. Oh, the artistry of Bustamante. He's been a legend virtually since he came into the game. 1-0. Bustamante over Pagulayan.
You saw how Francisko welded that break, the lag off to the short rail. That could be a very pivotal shot. Django might run off 4 or 5 racks off that lag.
The lag has been huge all week.
Bustamante to break, leading 1-0.
I mean, when you can get up 3 or 4 games on a fellow right off the trot, then your arm can really loosen up. Not that you can relax, but it certainly helps to have that buffer.
Oh, he likes this probably even better than he liked his first layout.
Well, I don't know. That 4 ball could be a problem. That's what he's going to be looking at here for a while we watch how the break set up.
Yeah, it's really the key shot here is from 3 to 4.
Yeah, he's measuring the angle off the 3 ball now to see if he can come below the 4 and not have to drive the 4 toward the traffic. We're going to show you some results as you watch Django play the 1. Boys over Stepanov. And of course you just watched Bustamante take down Kawabata. All the results will be at ESPNStarSports.com. ESPNStar.com.
Django's looking if he can slip this forward into the left side pocket from that channel between the 6 and the 9. That's close though.
That is close. If he could come over closer to the bottom part of the rail here, if we could get that cue ball to come into here, he'd be in great shape.
Here's the big shot.
This will determine the rack. He's going to settle for the longer shot into the side pocket, and this is a tough shot. I mean, it looks to be an easy shot, but the way these pockets are cut, if he strikes the outside of the jaw, that ball may stay up.
And the nice thing about this is that he just really has to ease the cue ball forward for the 6 after.
Well, the bad thing is if he misses, he brings Alex Pagulayan to the table. Wow. Right in there. Never a doubt. As you watch this, not only think about the man at the table, think about the man in the chair and what goes through his head. Now, you know that Alex saw that side pocket shot as an opportunity to bring him to the table. And now he knows he's not going to get back in this rack. So there's a roller coaster of emotion going on. Bustamante joking with the crowd about, I hit that one a little too soft.
Maybe if it hadn't rained, that would have gone in much faster. Bustamante. A 2-pack to kick off this round of 16 match.
Ball down. Bustamante has all been his show so far. Alex Pagulayan yet with a chance to get.
Back 3, Bustamante to break, leading 2-0.
Bustamante taking a little water before he comes to the table. trying to wash some adrenaline out of the blood.
The winner of this match will play the winner of the Daryl Peach Harold Stolka match. So a big name against a fairly unknown name. That's going to be the order of the day for the quarterfinal in this bracket. Oh, and one didn't run.
No, it didn't, and getting position on the 2 is certainly not automatic, so Mr. Bustamante has a decision to make here. Play safe or take a chance.
Now Bustamante is a fabulous banker of the ball, and we've seen some really pretty bank shots this week from him. But I don't know if this is the right spot to do it with winner breaks and so many balls on the table.
Well, you can see where his Q-tip is now. That's where he wants the cue ball to wind up.
He might be taking this on. Maybe play it as a two-way shot.
Yeah, I think he wants the insurance of those balls down there.
That's Mrs. Bustamante there in the crowd. She likes that shot.
But watch out. He has snookered himself. This the opportunity that Pagulayan has been awaiting. But Bustamante frustrated after such a fine effort on the shot itself for the cue ball to do this to him.
And it's not jumpable either.
No, it's not. Well, he needs this ball to run and hide.
Hello. Hello.
Side pocket? No. And he has left it open. So now we'll get our first look at Alex Pagulayan. It almost went in that side pocket. It looked like it was headed right there.
Yeah, but he had no shot on the 3 either, so it was really moot and academic for Bustamante. And Alex Pagulayan now has to make this visit pay.
Take a look at this man's form. The cue ball's moving away from the 3, so he'll just go down table and come back up to center table.
I think we're going to see a very high quality match here. Both of these players so experienced, playing big tournament matches on the TV table.
Yes, I think it was the lack of experience on the TV table that has led to many errors that we've seen this week from other players. But these fellas have been here so many times before. And I have to tell you, Pagulayan loves the camera.
Oh yeah. That TV screen is his canvas.
If he can gain a lead, look for him to really play to the crowd. But right now, it's all business. He doesn't seem particularly pleased with that effort, but it really doesn't present a problem for him.
There's a good look at Alex Pagulayan's technique there. Very different from all the other Filipino players. Extremely short backswing. He's got a pause on the top of his stroke. A lot of snooker influence in his technique, but it works for him.
Still uses that very long bridge that you see from all the Filipino players. And for a little guy, he can reach. A positional error from Bustamante brought Pagulayan to the table, and he has capitalized. 2-1 now, Bustamante over Pagulayan.
4, Pagulayan to break, trailing 1 up to 2.
Early days in our match.
As opposed to yesterday, we're playing a race to 11. Just one more hurdle for the players to overcome. Oh, he really wanted that one to stay up.
Yes, he did. Needed a little more draw on the cue ball to keep that one out of the side pocket. And you can see where the 2-ball sets up. I don't think a cut shot is available. He can strike the 2 and possibly bank the 2 back down table and leave the cue ball over here behind some balls, but he didn't want to play safe. He would like to have an offensive opportunity.
And he's got to go and get his extension as well.
The extension makes it easier to reach the ball, but it changes the weight of the cue stick, and you have to adjust to that. Players will overhit shots quite often using these extensions.
The extension hasn't been all that common until recently, I would think.
Yeah, especially the screw-on extension. Now you can see that Bustamante only has to jump over part of this 9-ball, so he'll be able to make contact. But then what happens is
up to
not a certainty. Yeah, we did have the slide on. You know, the plastic hollow tubes that slid on over the stick, but those never really caught on.
One of the first players I saw using one was Allison Fisher.
Yes.
Wow, big shot here. Bustamante's left the jump cue in the bag.
Yeah, he can grab an edge of that 2-ball.
Oh, look at this.
This will work.
See there.
His problem, however, is he's left the 2 in front of the pocket. If there is enough rail available, Pagulayan can make this ball. By that, if Pagulayan can get through here with right-hand spin, there's the possibility he could clip that 2-ball in. But that is a risky shot and a sellout if he misses it.
He'll need a lot of spin on that ball.
Well, he's looking to that rail. But you're right, he's going to have to really spin that thing. The safer shot is to simply go down to the head rail and kick that 2-ball back up table.
Yeah, no value in swerving this and try to get the 2 in, because the 3 is all the way on the other side of the table.
Right.
So he'd love a full hit here and the 2 running for cover. Just
got
like
the
that.
full hit, but is the 2 going to hide?
Well, in some matches that's a pretty good shot, but with an opponent like this, I think Django's going to lay something pretty nasty right back at Alex.
Yeah, I don't think Alex will be real happy with the shot he's going to wind up with here. There's a lot of areas that Bustamante can hide in. That's one of the things about this soft break, is it makes safeties easy to play. Look at this 2-way shot. My goodness. But again, Bustamante not paid well for his efforts. He had hoped to strike that 3-ball full and then have an easy shot on the 3 into the corner. Instead, he slid off one edge. Here it is. Great shot. Just a magnificent shot.
And Django going with one of his specialties here. We saw Roberto Gomez play this behind the back shot yesterday, and Django very successful there. Hard up against the 4.
Well, the one rail strike is on. But Alex would have to be very fortunate to try and be able to make that ball. I think he'll be hitting this with some speed. He's aiming it as if he can get past the 4 ball, Bob.
Yeah, looks like it. I thought they was up against the 4, but it's not. Almost short a double kiss here on the 8. Wow. Perhaps a little bit of a hit and hope factor in that shot.
Yeah, there may have been. But the question is, after you see the shot set up, the question is the 3 ball available to that side pocket, or does the 8 block it? It blocked it, so Bustamante going for a safety.
Is he up against the 9, or do you have the same problem as the last shot?
Well, if Alex can see this shot, and I think he can, I think he'll take it on into this pocket. If he's not sure of himself, there's still plenty of room to hide.
That 9 might still be in the way.
Well, no, he's got a little gap there, our camera is now showing us. Yeah, this such a critical shot. He's looking at the angle that he would have on the 4 should he make it.
Such a thin cut. There's almost no way to overcut this.
With what he was just aiming up, it looks to me like he's going to bank it and play a 2-way shot so that if he misses, he'll have blockers. I'm looking for a long rail bank. There it is. And he's played that well. He does have a safe now.
You called it, and if he had made that, he'd be perfect on the 4. That's excellent speed control there. These are the kind of advanced safety plays that these world-class players are capable of doing.
Well, Bustamante has 2 options. One aggressive, one defensive. He can come off of this rail and try to actually play that 3. That's what he's looking at right now. That's the option he's studying. The other option is to come this way and come 2 rails behind the 3 and play a safe. Decisions. Bustamante does not like where that 4 ball lies. He's made some great shots before and not been able to get position on the next ball. So he kicks the 3.
He took your route with the first idea, but turned it into a safety.
And I believe he's left a gap. He has. Bustamante Pagulayan can see this ball and he can make it.
Yeah, and it's just a natural stroke with the cue ball. No need for any English. I think just back and forth. He's looking at where he wants to take the 4 from.
Pagulayan needs this rack to tie the match at 2. Pagulayan looks a little unsure of himself, which isn't at all like Alex.
Certainly didn't look unsure of himself there.
Not when he spoke to. He's a long way away from this 4-ball. But this is one of the best shot makers in the world.
Yeah, and that was a quality safety exchange there, Jerry.
Oh, I love it. I enjoy safeties so much because of the thought that it takes to play them out, the strategy.
And the touch that you need to play good safeties. Okay, he's landed a bit awkwardly here. The cue ball's got to run.
Well, he has, and you know, he's playing a bit more conservatively than we're used to seeing Pagulayan play. He didn't try to spin that ball at all. He was just making the shot. So now, with the 7-ball going into the side pocket, the cue ball will be headed this way, and he can either choose to take a longer shot on the 8 or go down table, play off some rails, and come back up.
He's not thrilled about being up hard up against that rail either.
No, he's not.
Oh, he played that good. He played that good. You can see that 8 lower right-hand corner. Perhaps just a smidgen too much angle.
Yes, but he won't have enough length on that 9-ball to concern him. So, Pagulayan a single stroke away from tying us up. Keeping it close with his big brother. Brothers in spirit. We're tied at 2. And of course it's a race to 11. See if Pagulayan makes a little adjustment on this break shot to keep that 1 ball on the table.
Six ball. Wants that to bump the 1. Wow. That 3 ball has really made this rack, well, I would think almost impossible to run out. He can make the 1, Jerry, but he's going to run right smack into that red 3.
Yeah, he's going to have to use the 3 ball as a rail. And the referee is going to be watching this one closely. Oh, he played a great safety. And now has challenged Bustamante to come up and see what he can do with this.
I think what you're seeing here is not just really good shot making and skill, but also very good decision making here. Both players going the percentage route, playing safe when they have to.
Well, the question is, does the 6-ball block the 2-rail escape? It must, because Bustamante's going 1 rail. Yeah, ideally, you would want to be coming in from this direction, but the 6-ball is going to block that path. Coming straight across, the 6-ball also presents a problem. He's going to have to put a lot of spin on this ball to come across. Now he's going to find a way to go
3 rails.
3 rails now. And he has missed it.
So close.
Yeah, but you know what? He got a little bit fortunate there when he struck that 2-ball and drove it up near the 7. So here you take a look at it again. Watch what happens to the 2-ball. Now Alex has a problem to solve. He's got a cluster that he has to work with.
And by the way he's placed the cue ball, it appears he's going to try and bust up that agglomeration of balls there right here and now.
A little surprised he's not just going to play a safety on the 2 and put Bustamante in trouble again. But wait, when you can do this, why play a safe?
Feather touch there. And he does not have a whole lot of angle here off this 2, though.
He doesn't. He's going to have to settle for a long shot on that 3 ball. And he acts like he can put some spin on it and get up table. He's going to teach us something here. Wow, cheats the pocket and goes right up table. Now, what happens to him? Tough.
Wow.
You let his cue drop to the table. He's mumbling to himself.
I think he just overhit that, Jerry. About a foot shorter, and he'd be pretty good to take the 3 top right.
Well, he has a problem now.
You think he can just feather this 3 and look for safety?
I don't think so. I think he's going to have to send the 3 ball down here and leave the cue ball up on the other end of the table. But it always looks different when you're on the table. He's going to try the feather. Taking another look at this one.
So if you were expecting a real offensive showdown here, it's not been the case.
No, both men respect the fella in the other chair too much to want to take any undue risk. If you're the guy that makes the first big mistake, you would lose. Trying to put the 2 ball now down behind the 8. I mean the cue ball down behind the 8. Excuse me. It's been a long
shot.
week.
Good shot.
Watch out. Great shot there.
This has been a treat for fans of tactical defensive pool here.
Well, it hasn't been a treat for Bustamante because he's been at the disadvantage on this exchange.
Boy, can your arm get tight and rusty when all you're doing with it is trying to kick out of safety again and again and again.
I don't see a good route. Three rails, and he strikes it.
5 balls
And he
down.
makes it. That was a fluke.
That was a fluke, but it took a tremendous amount of skill just to hit the 3.
Just to hit the 3.
This is one for the highlight reel.
It certainly is. And now, well, Bustamante's not out of it yet. He's got to play a bank or play safe. And he elects to play safe.
I was thinking Busta was going to go offensive there with the way he banks, but both of these players so conservative in their decision making, and it's understandable because if they make one mistake, they could pay for it with an extended stay on the chair.
Alex considering the jump, but that could be that first big mistake. These fellas are putting each other in jail time after time after time. He's gone for the jump cue. Has he made the decision to go to his normal aggressive game?
No, this is a makeable jump if he can just get the elevation to cross over that 9.
Well, we've seen a lot of fouls on jump shots this week.
Foul.
It appeared the cue ball jumped right over the edge of the 3. And this is the opportunity that Bustamante was trying to create when he played that safe.
Now a chance here for Django to get back in groove. He was the more successful of the two players in this match when it comes to breaking the ball. Maybe he can do some damage.
Easy days now. Cue ball just has to float down for the 7. And he can back up a little bit and play the 7 and the 8 in the same pocket as the 7, or he can roll forward. Nine ball will go in the opposite corner pocket. And Django will reestablish a lead, narrow though it may be. Bustamante over Pagulayan now. 3, but neither man allowing himself off the leash thus far.
6. Bustamante to break, leading 3 rocks to 2.
But then again, a lot of that, Bob, has to do with the way these tables are breaking apart today. They're not breaking into easy patterns like they were yesterday.
See if Django is tempted to put a little extra juice into this break. The answer is no. Oh, you like this.
He's got to like this. Watch that 2-9. Although, now,
what he can do, you know, Jerry, is play the 1 into that corner pocket, top right of the screen. Maybe take the cue into the 5 to hold it for the 2-9.
But do you really want to play that combination? That is not an easy combination.
It's not dead on. Yeah, it's a bit off angle.
And that 9 ball's a long way from the pocket. I would rather get under that 2 ball if I could.
Tell you what, there was no other pocket really for the 2, so he has to play it.
Well, watch out. 9 ball headed to this corner pocket.
Is there a way to play like a 2-way shot here? I don't know.
Well,
I think he's a full-blooded punt.
No, he's jacking up trying to get that cue ball away from there. Oh, 9 ball down. And that'll send a message to Pagulayan. That says, my arm feels good. I can't tell you how tough those combination shots are, especially under pressure and when you're a long way from the pocket. Very nice combination shot. Allows Francisko Bustamante now to increase the lead ever so slightly. 4-2 over Alex Pagulayan.
And Mrs. Bustamante is quite pleased with the way this match is coming along.
Yeah, that kind of shot will put a smile on your face.
Rock 7. Bustamante to break, leading 4 rocks to 2.
Still not enough of a margin to really feel free yet. Oh, what a fortunate roll.
Well, it was fortunate until it rolled on perhaps an inch or 2 too long.
I agree, but he would have had a really tough shot on the 1. Now it's makeable, although it is what we call a blind shot. He'll be looking somewhat away from the pocket that he's shooting into.
Django will do well to get shape on the blue 2 here.
Needs that ball to roll, but it rolls just enough.
This is starting to get perhaps just a little bit ominous here for Alex. Django, you think, is starting to settle down here. But again, he needs good speed control here with the cue ball.
Yeah, the natural roll on the cue ball takes him toward traffic, toward that 6 and 7. See if he can thread his way through there.
Wow.
And does.
Wow.
Great players make great shots, and they make them look easy.
No, he overcooked that one. He's 50-yard line here, I think.
Yeah, he went way too far on that shot. That will give him pause.
I don't know about you, Jerry, but I have a heck of a time trying to draw when I'm stretched out like that.
Yeah, it's tough.
For me, it's almost impossible to overdraw it, but that's exactly what he managed to do.
Taking the 4 into the corner pocket. Lower right portion of your screen. Running the rails for shape on the 5. Doesn't want to be right up next to it, but he's fine.
He's fine, yeah. How about this for a recovery?
Well, they always say once you get out of line, it's so tough to get back in line. Busty did it in one shot. But he's overrun again.
He may be forced perhaps to develop this 7, but I'm sure he doesn't want to do that.
Well, he'd like to leave it parked right where it is, but he's run into it. And it's a pretty good run into there. Seven ball in the side pocket. Cue ball to take a little trip up and down table. He doesn't want to overrun this one, and he does not.
Oh, that's good speed.
Bustamante now beginning to dominate the match. Race to 11. Plenty of time for Alex to mount a charge. But Bustamante's got to let him get up first.
Alex just must be hoping for a bad layout here on this break for Bustamante.
Okay, Bustamante to break, leading 5 rocks to 2.
Well, I can tell you, Bustamante is still making little finite adjustments on his break. I was with him one year at a tournament when he was making a couple of balls on each break, and he changed his break. He went over to the other side of the table. I asked him later why, since he'd been so successful, and he said, well, yeah, I was making balls, but I didn't like the way the table was laying out for me after the break. So he's pretty demanding. Now, he's not going to be thrilled with where the one ball is now. He'll have to bank this out.
Bank if he likes the offensive play. But is it kind of, are they kind of like too straight on to be banked here?
I don't think so. I think he's going to like this bank into the side pocket.
Let's draw back.
Yeah, and draw back for the 2. Boom.
He's got to be one of the best bankers in the world. Certainly one of the best we've seen this week. And he gets shape on these banks so well, even though he has to hit the ball so hard and hit the bank with lots of spin. So he knows how to calculate everything. So once you start hitting the bankers with spin, everything changes.
Well, he needs to be careful with this 2 ball. He's got a very small window between the 6 and 7 that he has to be able to work into to get the 3. And that's what has him concerned. He knows the shot is down.
Yeah, and
right here,
yeah,
is this window that he has to work through.
And you know what? Even if he dumps it on the window there, he's gonna have to take a longish cut on the pink 4 afterwards. So lots to think about.
And because of that position play on the 4, he chose to draw out.
This looks like just a simple follow off this 3, just to the left of the 9 for the shape on the 4. He can handle that, and he's okay. Wow, he elects to brush away the 6. That's made the rack a lot easier.
Well, it has. Oh, he is pounding these balls.
And I think that's a sign of confidence there.
Yeah, the players would always rather hit a ball firm than soft. Easier to keep the arm moving in a straight line when it's moving quickly. Not that Bustamante's arm has ever moved in a straight line.
It moves in a straight line when it counts, I guess.
Yeah, at the last moment, but it's a circle getting there. His stroke at the table often compared to Jim Fury's golf swing.
Bustamante to break,
And learning to be a photographer. Right now, Francisko making Junior proud.
Bustamante so productive with his break.
So the 1 ball goes away. Will he have a shot on the 2? I believe he does. I believe he can just slide by the 5. He keeps working on the break. This layout is going to be very friendly.
Pagulayan must be mesmerized here as he's planted in his chair. 4 break and runouts already for Django, and 1 rack where he broke and then made a 2-9 combination.
Yeah, if Pagulayan can get back to the table, he'll be in good stead because he's been able to watch exactly what is working on this table. The table beginning to change a little bit as the day goes on. The lights from the television production crew will dry the table out slowly, heat things up, and these players will adapt to those changing conditions.
Django just does not look like he's going to make a mistake anytime soon.
Two rails out for the 8 ball.
Oh, I'm a bit surprised at the speed of that shot.
I am as well, but it wouldn't surprise me now for both the 8 and the 9 to go down on this shot. He'll certainly be moving the 9 ball toward the corner pocket. Oh my.
Wow, what a time to get fancy there. Why did he leave himself so with so much angle on the 8.
Well, the error that we have seen from Django so far today is that he overhits some shots. And he's really just overhit 2 in a row because he didn't need to strike that one that firmly either. He could have left the 9 ball a lot closer to the pocket. As is, he'll need to go back to the bank.
I like his chances on the bank here.
Oh, I do too, yeah, sure.
No way.
And we cursed him.
Wow, look at how he's missed it though.
Pagulayan not exactly jumping out of his chair at this one. Looking to see if he can slice it.
Django just has to forget about that. That's
yeah, he's angry.
That's history. Now there's both a cut here and there's a bank as well. Top left.
Yes, job one for Pagulayan is to decide which of those shots he wishes to take on and then commit himself to it. It looks like the cut from the way he's cueing. He's missed it.
Scratch.
And he scratched. Well, Lady Luck still riding the Bustamante train. Pagulayan just can't get going. And yeah,
Fail.
exactly.
Or safety options there with the miss on the long rail.
7-2, race to 11. And we've already seen one 4-pack from Francisco. Has he got another one in him?
Block 10. Bustamante
Actually,
to
we've
break,
seen
leading
a
block
5-pack,
7,
yeah.
rocks to 2.
Yeah.
Let's see if Django will continue with this slow torture here, this soft break. Wind ball is down, shot on the 1.
Well, watch how the 2 and the 9 ball set up here. That's going to be pivotal in this game. And he'll make the 1. The question is, where will he play the 2?
He can either spank it over the cue ball to the left or follow this and go around 1 rail. He's going for the stun.
Not quite there.
I think he'll take this.
Yeah, he'll take it.
And we're back to regular programming here with Bustamante, it seems. Easy rack. He's at the table.
This is quite a stretch. You don't often see Bustamante go for the rest.
Yeah. He's very good left-handed and he's very good behind the back.
What a stretch this is.
He's very good on 1 foot too.
Needs to be center table.
That's good. That's perfect.
I am surprised he could commit himself to that. That was really an off-balance shot. He sure made it look easy. Bob, this just seems to be Bustamante's week.
Yep.
A lot of people already picking him to win this tournament.
Well, the winner here will face either Darrell Peach or Harold Stolka. No, disrespect to them, but either of these 2 players who gets out of this match will be a favorite there.
Certainly. Both these fellas have a lot more television experience and tournament experience. Although I tell you, I watched Darrell Peach's match yesterday, and he is on.
Yeah. He likes this table too.
Yes, he does.
This is going to be the 5th break and run out here for Django, if you exclude that 2-9 combination in rack number 6.
Bustamante firmly in charge of that match. He leads 8-2. Bustamante only 3 9-balls away from walking out of this arena and into the final 8. But it's not over. If Pagulayan can get to the table with a decent opportunity, he can get his cylinders cooking as well.
You never know when you're beaten or when you've won in World Pool Championship, when it's winner.
Rock 11, Bustamante to break, leading 8 rocks to 2.
Yeah, players at this level can come back. We'd like to say goodbye to our viewers who are going to be leaving us for Sports Center. Be sure to rejoin us at 9 o'clock. Well, the break is still working Bustamante's way. Bob, I don't see any problems out there. Can you catch one?
Well, he'd like to be straighter on the 1, I think. He may have to go around. Exactly what he's done. Uh-oh. He's got to hurry up here.
Yeah, now he does have a tester.
Well, he can still cut the 2 into that side pocket.
And the 9-ball will stop him from running out of position on the 3, so he can concentrate on making the shot.
Just has to make sure that 2 goes down, or else he could sell out. Big shot here, key shot of the rack.
Watch out, Cuba. Yeah, he's fine now.
He's fine, and he set up the 8-9 billiard, I would think.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell how on that shot is by how long he studies it, and he does not study it long. Bustamante urging the collision to separate the balls, and he gets his wishes. Pagulayan, picture of a worried man, watching his dreams get dashed. I think the reason that they call him the Lion is because he has the heart of one and he hates defeat. Watch the carom.
Good shot.
In total control of this table.
To break, leading 9 racks to 2.
He only needs 2 more racks. Well, the cue ball and the 1-ball moving up table together, and that's left a bit of a tougher shot now on the 1. And we've got a couple of problems here. Watch how the 4 and 5-ball come together at the end of this dance.
Yeah, but it looks like the 4 might be on that side pocket. The first thing that Bustamante has to worry about here is the reverse cut on the 1.
Yeah. couple of things make this shot tough. One thing, he can't get below the center line of the cue ball because it's right on the rail. That takes away a lot of the options he has for moving the cue ball around.
Wow.
Watch out. No, he's fine. Had he overhit that one, he'd be in real trouble now.
Yeah, he did a good job of staying still on that stroke also.
So he'll be playing the 2 ball and getting shape on the 3.
And as long as that 4, which is the ball near the 9, as long as that goes into the side pocket, he is, you would think, would be out.
Well, from the way he played shape on the 3, that's what he's going for. Oh yeah, there's a gap there. And now the cue ball will be moving out towards center table for the 5. So this should put Bustamante on the hill. Now if he can just maintain his focus, he's been at the table for a long time. It's easy to drop your concentration when you've been out there this long. He sure looks like he's in gear, though. He'll let the cue ball float gently down table, following the path of the 8, so that he can be nearly straight on the 9.
This is going to be the 5th break and run out in the last 6 racks for Bustamante.
Pagulayan sees the handwriting on the wall now. Bustamante on the hill. And Pagulayan. All these images that Pagulayan's watching now, they must be running through his soul and into his heart to die.
There's Mila. He is loving this, knowing that her man is going to make it day 8 if he can just win one more rack.
Rack 13, Bustamante to break, leading 10 racks to 2.
It may all be determined with this shot. But the 1 ball falls.
Well, well, well. What do you know?
We may have a game yet. The 1 ball and the 2 ball both disappear from the table. And watch where the 3 ball rolls up to. Bustamante suffering a bit of disbelief. He only needed that rack to come apart the same way the others had. He gets this. If he's going with the cross-side bank.
Wow.
And he's made it! My goodness gracious. Nothing this man cannot do on a pool table tonight. And even he appreciates the courage of that shot.
Shot making. It's all come down to shot making there. And Django has given us some fantastic shots.
5 balls away from a very convincing win.
You got a feel for Alex. He really didn't play bad. Hardly got a look at the table, but
I had no opportunity. Everybody loves Pagulayan. They hate to see him lose. But you got to love Bustamante. Great champions of the game.
oh, Bustamante. Hold the phone, Jerry. Giving himself a little bit of problems here.
I think he's okay. As long as it comes out. Well, the cue ball may need to see a little traveling music.
And Alex has got the white towel ready, but this is not yet over.
No, it's not. It is now. He's done it. He's conceded that time. Throws the towel with his sixth ring, his soulmate, the Crown must retire from